Hi guys, welcome to the annual Career Guidance 2020. My name is Millicent Machaka, and today we're going to be focusing on engineering. And joining me today, I introduce you to Stanley Poku. Okay, well, I've been saying Sydney, so I hope I got it right. And Lorato, she's a mining engineer, and Mr. Poku is an entrepreneur in the engineering sector. So today I'm not gonna be doing a lot of talking like I did yesterday because this is definitely not my field. But I'm gonna try ask a lot of questions to help you understand and just extract a lot of information from them, as much information as possible from them, right? So yeah, let's get started. You can tell us who you are and give a brief description of your career.
Thank you, Millicent. It's an honor to be here. And what I can say is that I'm an entrepreneur, as you have said,
Yeah.
and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm an entrepreneur in the mining space,
Yeah.
also in the farming space or agriculture,
Okay.
and they all have to do with engineering.
Wow.
So today we'll be dealing with the misconceptions
Yeah.
of, of farming and
Okay.
mining.
All right.
So thank you very much. I hope it will be helpful
Yeah.
to those who aspire to be entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
because in Africa or in the world, you are forced to be an entrepreneur these days.
Yeah.
You have to do something that can change the world
Yeah.
and that can also transform your life.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Awesome. Over to you, Loretta.
Thank you, Millicent. Thank you for the invite. This is a great and awesome initiative. And the nice thing about it is that with YouTube, you can watch it even 5 years later.
Yes.
So it's a great initiative, and I believe that will impact the generational future, our future mining engineers.
Yes.
Hopefully more ladies.
Yeah.
Yes, so I am Lorado, as Millicent has alluded. I'm a mining engineer. And I've been in the mining industry now for about 7 years.
Wow.
So I'm hoping that the conversation today will ignite things from different people at different levels, and it will be a good impact to make the right decision for yourselves. So thank you.
Awesome. So we'll go straight into it. But before I can ask any question, I just give us a background of your career, where you studied, what you did, and then for you, maybe you can tell us how you ended up being an entrepreneur, because you did mention that in Africa today, you're actually forced to do something. You're forced to solve a certain problem, basically. So, and then you can tell us your background, where you started and where you studied, and then we'll build everything from there. Whoever wants to start first.
Okay. Ladies first. I'll take it. Thank you, Millicent. Okay, so I am Lorado, and I'm from Klerksdorp. It's a mining town that is slowly being a ghost town, or turned into a ghost town because of the gold that is no longer there, or that is not as beneficial anymore. So how I got into the mining industry is because growing up in a mining town, the one thing that you are most exposed to, it's mining. And my dad was in the mining industry. I've got a brother also in the mining industry. So you start to have a conversation, and you're curious, and you ask them, what do you do? What do you do? And they tell you, okay, for you to have this electricity, for example, it's because of coal. And you're thinking, coal, how? How is that possible? They will tell you, for you to be wearing the earrings that you're wearing, it's actually because of the gold, for example. So you get to be curious, and you get to understand. So the younger version me, I was more interested in going to put electricity underground. So mining has always been in my vocabulary.
Okay.
So what a mining engineer does is you have to you extract the natural resources that are there on earth, because Africa is blessed with the minerals, right?
Okay.
So you assist in the extraction of that and making it beneficial for like I mentioned earlier, you've got your electricity. The reason that we are now sitting here in the light is because there's my father or my great father who was in the coal phase and who extracted the coal phase, and it went through the beneficiation process, where then we see that, okay, it's electricity or it's petrol for your car. So that is mining engineering in a nutshell. And also doing that with maximizing profit, because you have to impact the economy of South Africa, right? So the other reason also is to make sure that South Africa does well economically. And that's how mining engineers make or have an impact in there.
That sounds very deep. Okay, let me tell you my what I thought. Like when someone say they're a mining engineer, I'm thinking, girl, you must be creating money. Do you also like dig money to create coins? That's the misconception I had. But thank God we have this program, and we're gonna educate ourselves and get all this information. But that's what I have in mind when someone say they're a mining engineer.
Thank you for that. Wow, money. I'm not gonna lie, right? Most of the people that work in the mining industry, they have to show with money, right? So you need to see them and you're like, okay, no, they've got money. So it's not necessarily that we extract the money or we mine the money.
Oh no, I didn't mean it that way.
Okay.
I didn't mean it in a way that you are moneyed.
Yeah.
Like you create money.
Oh,
you
okay,
can dig something and create
And
$200 for me.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Okay,
But
okay, no,
being in the
coins.
mining- yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
okay, definitely, of course, coins. That's the gold sector, or that's the metalliferous sector. That's when you get the coins, or where the creation of coins is, because then your gold will go through a process where it's a heated process where you melt the gold to shape it and shape it in the form that you would want to see. So either it could be money or it could be billions those blocks of gold that you see. So that's
Okay, cool. I'm gonna ask you the last question for now, and then I'll move to entrepreneurship, right? So you gave an example with light, right? So can you tell us, I know light is the finished product, but there's so many phases that need to be done, or things that need to be done. Can you tell us what are the roles that are involved there? Like, for example, you need an artisan to do something, it moves to this person, and explain,
Okay, so I'm gonna start it from the beginning, where you do not know if there's coal in that specific area. So you'll get the feasibility studies where you get surveyors or geologists. They will help and check and identify, okay, this block of coal, or there's a block of coal here with different geological intrusions. And then you get your mining engineers that will help you to say, how are we going to get that coal out, for example. Then they help you with the mining method, to suggest the mining method for you to say, okay, for this type of coal, for this block of coal, you will use a board and pillar mining method, for example. And then you get your so that's the feasibility study, and then you get your mining engineers. So once you get your mining engineers and you've already made a decision on what mining method you're going to employ, you also need your financial people to help you identify if there's worth or value in that block of coal, and how much your business analysts, to tell you how much is that block of coal going to be mined at, and what is your rent value, or what is the value that you're going to get, what profit, how much revenue are you expecting from that coal. And then once you get that, then you decide, okay, now we're going to mine this block of coal. With that, then you get your construction guys or your civil guys that will help you to now construct ways in which you're going to mine. That's where you get your office. So they will help you with building of offices. And then you get your electrical engineer, your mechanical engineers that will help you now identify the types of machines or equipments that you're going to use to get that core out. And then so now the process, then it goes to, now there you are, you have your mine, you've got your buildings, now you have to extract the minerals. You've chosen your mining method, which mining method you're gonna go with. For example, I've been exposed more to board and pillar mining method, where you get your CM to cut your coal for you.
Okay.
Your coal gets cut as raw as it is, then it goes through the process where it needs to go, whether if you have employed an underground operation or an open cast operation, it does not really matter. It depends on the value, or how much value are you going to get for that. Then you either, if you are underground, you take it from the coal phase, you take it out to surface where it goes to the plant, and that's the beneficiation process. So the beneficiation process, that's when now you decide, for coal, are you taking it to the pharmaceutical? Are you taking it to the petrol station? Are you taking it to Eskom, your electricity? And then from there, that will help you identify what process are you going to employ and how you're going to crush your coal to get it to the customer or to the client, depending if it's pharmacy or
That is a long process. But what I love is that it sounds like it has a lot of opportunities.
It does.
So, and now I get a picture of how different engineering fields, I don't know if I'm using the right term, like how electrical, civil, mining, how you guys like just work together.
Yeah.
And yeah, someone said engineers control the world. Now I see you guys deserve shares on Earth.
Of course.
That sounds very complex, but we're gonna get back to that. So for now, Stanley, can you tell us about entrepreneurship and your story? Just a brief of how you got into entrepreneurship, and then we'll build it from there.
Thank you. Maybe before I even go there, I don't know, I've got mixed emotions, you know. They normally say we don't have engineers in South Africa or Africa. But that's a fallacy, that's not the truth. I mean, listening to your guest here, the baby in me is sleeping to say no. There's hope, you know. So, yeah, but getting to entrepreneurship, especially when it comes to me, I will say it's a calling more than anything else for me. It's not something that I chose, it chose me. You know, I grew up as a curious person. From the young age, I was breaking things. At some point, they thought I will be an electrical engineer. But I happened to touch lots of things, you know, which took me to become a serial entrepreneur. So as a serial entrepreneur, basically it means I'm not just focused on one thing, but I solve multiple problems in different sectors of life.
All right.
So what I do, I identify people like your guest Olorado and say, there's a problem here, and you have the solution. Then we can monetize this and make money out of it.
All right.
So as an entrepreneur, you solve problem, at the same time you make money.
Yes.
So the kind of an entrepreneur I am, like I said, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'll give you an example. You are having an Apple gadget with you right now. If you know the story of Apple, it's actually two people. Steve Jobs, so Steve Wozniak. Steve Wozniak was a powerful engineer, created something, but he could not sell it. So when I look at you, I see a product, you can't take it to the market. I'm Steve Jobs.
Oh, okay. Oh, I get it. I get
So-
it. Yeah.
I don't need to be a specialist. All I have to do is to know how to sell.
Yeah. Okay.
And there are people like that, you know, good in business development, and there are engineers like her, which is the problem of
Get the
Africa.
job done.
They know how to create things,
Yeah.
but they can't take them to the market.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So basically, we need collaboration.
Yeah.
You know, as entrepreneurs and professionals.
Yeah.
Because where we are failing as Africa is that we are working in isolation. You do your thing in your little corner, I do mine in my little corner, and that's it. And what you are saying actually solves my problem. You know, as black miners, we don't have skills. And mining skills are very expensive. Hence, for companies like her, they can afford her. Like hers, they can afford her. But for a small company like me, if I have to call her, she's going to cost me the money that I don't have.
Yeah.
But there's a solution. As an entrepreneur, I don't need money to make it.
Yeah.
I need to be
Can
creative.
collaborate. Yeah.
So you'll have to get equity in my company in exchange of your skills.
Okay.
And we convert that equity into money,
Okay.
and then we all make money.
Okay. So, and that's where I think partnerships come in.
Exactly.
And you also touched on earlier when we were just having a discussion, you touched on being able to identify the right partners for business. Can you elaborate on that?
That
And also highlight the importance of, getting the right partners on board.
that's an important aspect of business.
Yeah.
Remember, in business, we talk of product, you must have the right product.
Yeah.
We talk of people, you must have the right people.
Yeah.
And we talk of price, your pricing must be right for your market. It must be, your market must afford it.
Yeah.
But the product and the price don't really, they contribute 5% towards business. The success of every business, it's 95% is the people around it.
Yeah.
So your failure or your success in business lies solely on the people behind the business.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
So how do you identify a good partner? That's a difficult question to answer. Because
Okay, well, just share your experience because you probably have partners in business and that you are happy with, right? So obviously it won't be 100%. Okay, well, I don't want to put you on the spotlight and then the next thing you lose your partners. But as people, we're not perfect. You won't get everything 100%. But maybe you can just tell us, like, maybe obviously you probably tried it and it didn't work and then you tried it again with the right one now. So how did you come to that point where you were like, you know what, I think I'm happy with, in terms of maybe, for example, maybe they bringing something to the table. And maybe, for example, like you were saying that when you're doing business and you can identify the problem, but you cannot create the solution. But you're going to need people like Olorato to come and do that for you, but you identify the problem. But, just explain it from that perspective in terms of what they have to offer. Because I think also it can help in terms of identifying the right partner.
thank you.
Okay.
That's also important.
Yeah.
Look, the mistake that we make as entrepreneurs is to think that you can only partner with a person who brings monetary value into the business.
Okay.
But that is just a fraction.
Yeah.
You must get a partner who complements you in business.
Yeah.
You cannot duplicate yourself. And if someone just brings money, their focus is money.
Okay.
How you make it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they just want
I've put in
returns.
100 rands,
Yeah.
I'm expecting 50 rands
Yeah.
on top of that.
Yeah.
But get a partner who is there to cover on your weaknesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love selling, I hate being in the office. So I need a partner who can manage the office.
Okay.
I don't want to be in the factory. I need a partner who enjoys being in the
In
factory.
the factory, yes.
So when I'm not there, I know the factory is running smoothly
Yeah.
because this guy is doing what he loves.
Yes.
And I'm doing what I love. If I were to manage people myself, I'm too much of a good guy. Everyone might just work from home and not come to the office. And I would just
you
forgive
cannot
everything.
be a manager. Yeah,
You know.
you are soft. Yeah.
So I get excited when I see a good product, I go out, I sell it. So now when you make partnerships, bring someone who complements you. And don't get a person because, you are under pressure for money.
Yeah.
That is, you'll get a temporary solution. But remember, when you bring an investor on board or a financial partner, it means for the life of the project or the business, this person has to be with you. It's marriage. Business is marriage.
Yeah.
So the partner you choose must speak to your aspirations and vision.
Yeah.
So if they don't, you must know that you've got a till death do apart situation
Yeah.
that you cannot get yourself untangled out of it.
Yes.
Will
Yeah.
Smith and Jada. So you don't want to find yourself
Yes.
in that.
Yeah.
So when you make partnerships, and business partnerships must grow to a level of friendship, by the way.
Yeah.
When we are business partners, we must become family.
Family, yeah.
Because when we are family, when you get hurt, I get hurt.
Yes.
Meaning that I cannot steal from you because I'm stealing from myself.
Yes, yes.
I've been in partnerships whereby we have lost serious money
Yeah. Like
just
how much?
because. Okay, I'll give an example with
Yeah.
one that we had with Celsi. Actually, the gentleman brought the deal to us.
Yeah.
I had a business partner that I'm not with, but we still good friends.
Okay.
You know, we're doing that particular business together by then.
Okay.
You know, so when the guy approached us, the contract was good. Went to the offices of the client, everything went well.
Yeah.
But the problem was just the person. You know,
Yeah.
when we did the business, when the money started coming in, we put in 750,000. You
Yeah.
know, and when the money started to grow to 1.1 million, he started by disappearing. Someone passed away. We
Yeah.
can't meet. And the greatest mistake that we made, which most entrepreneurs might know, will have to know, contracts are important.
Yeah.
In business, if it is not written, it doesn't exist.
Officiate
You know?
stuff. Agreements.
Yes. So we had an agreement which meant nothing because of the contents. You know?
Yeah.
And when we did the bank account, we didn't know that the bank account, this guy, we are actually a sub account, meaning that as the main account holder, he can change whatever he needs to change.
He had the rights to do.
Yes, to do
Yeah.
whatever. You know? So later when we started to ask questions, this guy is not coming forth, and we've got clients, you know, we had like
Yeah.
big clients who were
Yeah.
expecting us to deliver. We're getting
Yeah.
phones from China, bring them here, get sales SIM cards, and then all these things have to go to the clients. These are
Yeah.
prime clients, by the way, because we went to big organizations. They have to get phones for their staff from
Yeah.
us,
Yeah.
you know. And when things are not coming through, it has a reputational damage.
Yeah.
So get a partner who is principled, who has values.
Wow. That is so mouthful. You've said a mouthful. I think it's going to help a lot of aspiring entrepreneurs out there to say they don't need to make the same mistakes that you made, but they can actually learn from your situation. So one last question before I move to Lorato regarding partnerships. So let's say I want to start business and I see this person and I think they would make a good partner, right? And then as we work, I realize that no, the friendship is there, but then there are just certain things that I think I cannot live with. Same as when you're married and maybe you got the wrong impression of the person you're marrying, and then you realize later, this is not what I thought it is. So how do you deal with that, like in terms of ending the partnership? Is there a peaceful manner of or professional way of ending the partnership and still be good with the person? How do you go about that?
Of course, there's a way, but remember, it's two parties involved here.
Yeah.
You know, no matter how much I can want to end this amicably, if the other partner doesn't cooperate,
Yeah.
we'll end up fighting. I normally say, if you are a business person or an entrepreneur, you must know that somehow, somewhere, you'll be dragged to court.
Oh my gosh.
That's why, as a business
Yeah.
person, there are two important people you need in your business:
Yeah.
an accountant and a lawyer.
Okay.
You must always have those people in your business. But now, coming to partnership on your question, to put it into context, our problem, especially as Black South Africans, we are scared to be confrontational when it comes to issues.
Yeah.
You know, being friends, it means we have to be honest with each other.
Yeah.
There are relationships which works on a friendship basis,
Yeah.
but can't work on a business basis.
Okay.
You know, so I need to
Such
sit
as,
down with.
do you mind giving an example?
Yeah. Okay.
That statement that you just made.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say I can be friends with you. We talk about everything, we gel, we laugh, and
Yeah.
we enjoy life.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But when it comes to business, you find that I have my vision, you have your vision.
Oh, okay.
We don't come
They
together.
clash.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need to be honest. Say, look, we wanted to do this together, but this thing is not working. And if we're not careful, it is going to ruin our relationship or our
Yeah.
friendship.
Yeah.
How about we terminate the working relationship.
Yeah.
You know, because chances are, I might be having contacts that might help you in what you're doing. You might be having contacts that might help
Yeah.
me in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But we don't necessarily have to be business partners.
Yeah, and work
we can
together.
exchange services. That might work.
Refer each other
Yes,
to customers.
exactly. But if the business relationship is not working, let's accept the truth.
Yes.
You know, because if you force it, it means you must find ways of maintaining it. And anything that needs you to put pressure on it is costly on you.
Yeah.
So emotionally and otherwise, it's a baggage.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go around with that baggage on you.
Yeah.
So be honest. Sit down and say, look, Stan, we wanted to do this,
Yeah.
but it is not working.
Yeah.
And I will also reflect, and say, but you are right.
Yeah. So I think also even with the approach counts a lot in any form of partnership or relationship. Your approach in like telling the person or this is like if you know the person, you know what is the best approach for them to understand where you're coming from or what you're trying to say. But thank you so much. Honesty is the one that is gonna help you, you know, to just confront the person and be honest with them, right? Okay.
Yeah, and also just maybe to emphasize the point that he made. Critical conversations are important. Even for me in the mining industry or in the workplace, it's important to have critical conversations because with critical conversations, you also have to have them from a caring point of view so that I can feel they care that, okay, Stan, our relationship cannot work as partners, but it can obviously work in other ways. But then I need to hear it from a care point of view that this, he's saying it because he cares and he wants what's best for me and him. So yeah, just I wanted to add that.
Okay. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you so much. So going back to your, I don't even know what to call it. You see this engineering people. Like the example that you were, you know, explaining to us, telling us of different roles that are there, you know, in creating light. So I just want you to take us back there, like to say, I'm a student right now and I would really love to be an engineer and I'm watching this video, I'm so inspired, I'm motivated. So now I want to know what subjects do I need to focus on or be good on, you know, in school.
Okay. Thank you, Millicent. So with that, I knew from an early age that I prefer mathematics. I enjoyed mathematics and physical science. And with engineers, you need to be in that field. Unfortunately, you cannot, there is 2% that will do a biology or enjoy a biology and then end up in the engineering sector. But ideally, you would want to study mathematics or in grade 9 when you have to make your decisions for the subjects that you're going to take. Definitely pure mathematics, not mathematic literacy. Pure mathematics is the best bet. Physical science is the good subject choice. Engineering, drawing, or graphic design is also important. And then you will have, because I went to a technical school, Variv's Technical High School, I was privileged enough to be able to choose electrical engineering, right? But that does not mean for secondary schools where it's not a technical school, the best bet is pure mathematics and physical science and English, because English is it's the common one, it's the obvious one. So that will help you. And the nice thing about choosing mathematics and science is that you can land in any engineering. And you create flexibility for yourself. You can be an entrepreneur with mathematics, pure mathematics and science. You do not limit your career options. So when you're in grade 9, then you choose your mathematics. Then when you're in grade 12, because sometimes you in grade 9 and you're like, I want to be an engineer. And then you get to grade 12 and you're like, maybe not. But then because you have mathematics, pure mathematics, and you've got physical science, you are flexible. You can go anywhere that you would like to go. So yes, those are the 3 main subjects or the 4 main subjects, which is physical science, mathematics, English, and engineering, drawing, or graphical engineering, graphic design. Yeah.
That's awesome. So that's about learners in high school, right? So let's say now you didn't do well, but you still have the passion for, you know, being an engineer, and you find yourself, because I think now they've got a diploma, a matric certificate can qualify you to get a diploma, or you pass with BSc, which qualifies
Yep.
you to go to university.
Yeah.
So let's say now you find yourself in college, and you only managed to do the N1 and N3 and N6. So in that scenario or example that you were telling us, if I only have N6 or have the ends, I don't know where they end, which role can I enroll for or qualify to do?
Okay, so I'm gonna give 3 options that are available, right? And that will cover the question that you asked. So let's say I'm the bright student, I'm the top 10 student, or I'm the top 10 learner. I'll choose my maths and choose my physics, and I do code. Now it's code, so I'll do code 7, I do code 6. Then it gets me a bachelor's degree entrance, right? Then I go to university. You can go for mining engineering specifically. You can go to Wits University. You can go to University of Pretoria, and then you can go to the University of Johannesburg as well, which is where I went. So then there you go and you study your degree, whether it's BTech degree or it's a Bachelor of Science, right? And then you get to the workplace. Where you get to the workplace as a mining engineer, you get slotted into a graduate program where you are exposed to the core of the production side of mining engineering, right? And you start as a miner, you go up as shift boss, a mine overseer, mine manager, and up the ranks, right? That is the stream. If you are a bright student, let's say you are or an average student. I really don't like saying bright student, or because you can be anything that you want, yes, or that happens. So let's say you are an average student, and then instead of getting code 7, you land maybe in code 4, or you land in code 2, for example, and then you get an entrance though to a technicon or to a college, right? You can do your N, and then you get an opportunity for apprenticeship or internship. So with internship, then you go to your college, so then you get to be the artisan. You get to follow the same stream as the bright student. It's just that you will follow it at a slower pace or at a lower pace. You will start at a lower pace, so you can be
it's over.
no, definitely not.
Okay.
There's so many opportunities. So then you start as an artisan, for example, and then you build yourself up there from there as an artisan or as a miner as well, and then you become a chief foreman, because then you also need to get certificates that are related to the mining industry. For example, you need to get your blasting certificate, you need to get your trade for an for an apprenticeship, right? And then you can build yourself up from there. And then for, let's say you done your matric, and then somehow you did not get any entrance to any university, or financially, we understand we're not all the same in terms of finance, and you do not get anywhere. You can actually apply as well for an internship or for a vocational work at different mining houses, where you get to be exposed. There's a YES program that is, I think it's Cyril Ramaphosa, I'm not sure, could be corrected, that he works with. So there they take a grade 12 learner and they expose them to the industry, so that the grade 12 learner can decide, okay, do I want mining engineering, or I want electrical engineering, or I want what? And then from there, they can either offer a bursary for you to go continue, or you can build yourself up. The nice thing about the mining industry or mining engineering is that you can be a miner with grade 12. So you don't have to say, now I've got grade 12, I didn't pass it well, so now what now? You can be a miner, go there, start as a general worker there as well. So as a bright student, you will start at a higher pace, and then as a internship or apprenticeship, you'll start in the middle, and then as a grade 12 and saying, okay, it happened that I didn't pass. Start as a general worker and start building yourself up there. So a general worker is the person that will just help with the general work, or be an operator of an equipment. The equipments that I mentioned earlier, the CM, you can be an operator of that CM and build yourself
teach you
up.
the work.
They teach you the work. So the nice thing about most mining houses is that they have training centers, where training centers, it's for you to learn the equipments that we use.
Okay.
And then you can build yourself yourself up from there. So it's not the end of the world. That's what I'm basically trying to say.
All right, thank you so much. That's really awesome. If you have any questions, please keep them coming. Lorato will be available on my YouTube channel, and she's going to be answering all the questions regarding what she was explaining. And I'm so happy to learn that there is no excuse to sit at home in South Africa and say, I'm passionate in engineering, but I didn't do well, or I'm passionate in engineering, but I don't have money. I didn't know that you can actually be a miner with grade 12. So this is good news. I hope you inspired to do something with your life, whoever is watching, right? In closing, I'll go to Lorato. Can you close for us with words of motivation from, a career perspective, especially mining?
Okay, before I close, I just want to emphasize the importance of mentorship, right? In the career space, in professional space. You need a mentorship, you need a mentor as early as high school. I think I should, it's safe to say that. As early as choosing your subject. A mentor is a person who will help you, guide you, and who will help to bring things into perspective, and who will help you to see when you're about to lose a step. And that, I've realized that it's important in the workplace. And for a woman, it's 10 times more important, because not only are you dealing with your self-confidence, am I good enough to do this, right? And you need somebody to remind you that, of course, you're good enough. And a mentor is supposed to do that for you. And is also supposed to help you, guide you, and say, okay, Lorato, this is the next step for you, or this is how I see the next step for you, based on the conversations that you guys have. Because I think, as well, for me to be able to be where I am right now, is because of mentors, whether it's from home or it's from the mining industry as a whole. But you need mentorship, and don't limit yourself to a mentor only in the mining industry. Get a mentor who is an entrepreneur, who will tell you that go get that mine, go get those mining rights to own that mine. You need that. So I just wanted to emphasize that importance of a mentorship when you start your career, when you start to build yourself up, and when you start to navigate yourself, because you might start up as a career person and you end up as an entrepreneur. And that guidance, it's mentorship. It's mentorship that will help you to get to that point. So coming to motivation.
Please, before you go to motivation,
Okay.
I've always had this impression that when you are a woman in engineering, you have to be a very tough woman. For example, maybe I would have loved to be an engineer, but I was like, I'm too soft for that career. How true is that? Maybe also highlight the challenges that you faced. Then you can move to motivation, then we can close.
Okay. I've got a soft voice. So that is not true. Yes, you can be whoever you want. What is important is, do you want to do it? Yeah, I think ask yourself that. Do you want to do it? Because people who do things that change the world, they want to do it. They're not forced to do it. They want to do it. They wake up in the morning and they want to do it. So in the mining industry, of course it's challenging. I'm not going to lie and say it's nice and easy. No, it is challenging. But do you want to do it? It goes back to, do you want to do it? And also, what happens with women is that they get into the mining industry and they want to change themselves and be women and be men, and that's when you get that stereotype that, no, you need to be tough, you need to be wearing your boots, you need to no, you can still be a lady, do your manicure, put your earrings, put on your makeup, and still be a mining engineer, because that's what the industry needs. It needs, women are nurturers, right? It needs that nurturing side to make it a business success, to make it to be able to be part of the economy, because women, as men, they are physical. women, they are the brain. And I think that's what we need to
we
understand.
need that
We need that
balance.
balance in the mining
Yes.
industry to get the money. You need the
Yeah,
physical guy, and don't
exactly.
try to be don't try to be a man
Yeah.
as a woman. Don't try to be
Yeah.
so physical, because you will burn out. But be the woman, be the mind, work smart, help the guy to
Okay.
work smart,
All
so
right.
that then you can achieve the goal or what you
Yeah.
want to achieve. So
Okay.
don't try to change yourself to be a man, because you're not gonna win. You're going to burn out. And get ladies that are mentors
Yeah.
to help you, because I'm not going to be able to, if Stanley, for example, is my mentor, I'm not going to be able to talk to him about, I've got period pains. They're killing me right now, and I can't bend. I can't go underground. I can't wear that heavy rescue pack, right? But I need a woman to tell her that, to say, how do I manage now? I'm feeling like this, because I'm not gonna change my periods now because I'm going underground and I'm wearing an overall. That doesn't change. I still get my periods as a lady, you know. And I need to be able to speak to somebody about that, and so that they can guide me to say, okay, Laura, it's okay. You'll be fine. You can take a break, or you can have these pills to help you. Or nothing will happen. It's just fear. Yeah, just go try it out and go underground, and you will see nothing will happen. You will not have a stain in your in your overall. You will be fine. But you need somebody, a woman, to help you there, and women that breastfeed as well. You get to be a woman, and then I've given birth. Now I have to go back. My breast as a woman, you understand that you can't just stop from breastfeeding just like that. Now I get underground, and then I'm leaking. You understand? I'm leaking. So I need to understand that there will be such instances where such things happen. And it's okay. You don't have to change that about yourself. You just have to bring your part and bring the brain side to it. And even in the boardroom, be able to speak and voice out yourself in the boardroom. Be able to have that comment, or to put in that comment what you think. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen if you're in the boardroom? They're not gonna laugh at your idea, but they're going to say, okay, no, she's got a point. But how will they know, or how will you get that comment if you don't say anything? So bring yourself, bring your part as a woman. That's all I can say, is that bring your part. And as a professional woman as well, there's a good book by Sheryl, and Lean In. It helps a lot with building a woman's confidence in the mining industry, or in the male dominated industry, let me rather say that. Because then we tend to hold back our thoughts. We tend to hold back things, because we feel
it's a
that,
man thing.
yes, because we're saying it's a man thing. And as African, I think also we can't change the misconception that a woman is not supposed to speak in the table. That's how we grow up. You know, you as a woman, you sit down, you sit at the back. You even in the lobola negotiations, yes, the woman is not supposed to be in there. So now you get it to the workplace. And you have to now, I have to look at you straight in the eyes as a man to have a conversation with you, and a proper conversation. And I'm not taught that. I'm not supposed to look at you in the eyes. Now I need to build that. I need to build myself to that. So that's the importance of a mentor, to help you to build that and say, it's okay. You're not showing, it's not a sign of disrespect for you to look at him in the eyes and tell him that, no, this is how it will work, for example. You know, so that's the point.
I think that is a motivation on its own. I think we've taken this so long. We're gonna have to divide it into two, or probably come back and do it again. But this is an annual thing that we plan to host, and this is our very first, and I think it's on fire. I can imagine what's going to be happening in 2021, because we're going to raise the bar. We're going to come, more informed and even better. But I just want to thank you so much for partnering with me. It means a lot to me. And also, being part of this vision, I can already imagine all the lives that I impacted out there. I'm very inspired by you guys and, all the knowledge that you were sharing. And I believe, it is the same thing as whoever is watching. So thank you so much. Those who are watching, you're more than welcome to ask questions, and we're gonna try as much as possible to put the links there of more information. The book that you mentioned as well as to how you can get it and where it's sold, and then you can just follow up on all of those information that was shared today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and comment and share with your friends. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.